Here I will show you basically how to create. I will go into system and show you how we can create CDS view for full data extraction and
Okay,
how we
okay.
can create a delta data extractions. So we'll
Yeah.
go into the system and I'll show you how to create the CDS views.
Okay.
So now you can see this is we have a system. Okay, so I will go to login first into your HANA Studio. So this is we
Okay.
have a HANA Studio. Okay, under HANA Studio, or you will see here already there is two systems. One is the BW4 system, another one is S4 system.
S4.
So
Yes.
okay, so just double click on S4 system. Okay, sometimes it required a password, but already we have given the login. Okay, already logged. So just drill that. Okay, you will see here local objects are there. Okay, under local objects you can just right click on local objects, go to new. You can see here other ABAP perspectives. Okay, repository objects, click on this. Now you can select here core services, CDS core services. You can see, just navigate, you will see core data services. Just drill this. Now here you will see so many options are available, but we will go with the data definitions. Select this and click next. Yeah, now you have to put it here. See, by default that is a temporary. Why? Because this is a dummy system, idea system. That's why it is that there is no any packages available. Okay, but is going to by default is temporary. Okay, but in the real time you will have some packages where you have to collect your all changes object or new object on that packages. Okay,
Okay.
so that's why here this is a learning system. That's why we are by default putting that object or creating the object on temporary. So temporary packages or packages is not used to move the and
Okay.
not used to move it. Okay, so that's why here we are using a temporary. Okay, so now you have to put it here CDS. I am
Yeah.
putting here some ZCDS view. Okay, something I am giving ABAP. Okay, VB ABAP, VBAP. Okay, so I am giving CDS2,
Okay.
ZCDS2. Okay, I am giving here some CDS VB AP table extractions. Okay, you can put it any name. Okay, I'm giving some name like this. CDS ABAP table extractions. Okay, now if
Okay.
you have any reference objects, you can take it. Otherwise, you can skip that. Okay, so now you can
Okay.
click next. Okay, now if you will see here, if you will give the packages, so automatically system will create transport request. Here
Yes.
we will not given any packages. So temporary package basically won't allow to capture any request. Okay, so that's why here you can see there is no any transport request generated. Okay, but in the real time you will have a some packages name, you will generate a correspondent transport request. Okay,
Okay.
now you can see, click on next. Now you can see
Okay.
there is so many templates are available. Okay, so
Yeah.
many templates like definition entity template, root view template. You can see many more. All the templates are available, no need to write anything. Okay, you can just as per your requirement you can select that template and start writing the code under that. Okay, so see, so
Okay.
many are there, so many are, so you can
Yeah, yeah.
use as per your requirement. So here we will use
Okay.
a define basically views. Okay,
Okay.
templates. So under this template you will see this is a by default will generate in the system. This is the templates are available. If you select define view, automatically this will be available. So if you select
Okay.
this define views and click finish,
Yes.
so now you can see, yes, now you can see your template has been or your view has been. Okay, now you have to give the some name here, view name. Okay, so let's see CDS
Okay.
view 2, I'm giving VBAP. So this is the name I have given here. So whatever the name you, let's see, I am giving here, ZCDS2 ABAP. This is the name of the CDS. And you can see these are the basically annotations. Okay, these are the annotations, kind of you can say header or include files. Okay, so these are the annotations. So before using any functions, methods, you have to declare the annotations. Okay, so here we have to give the name of the your CDS views. Okay, then we can see this is the okay, we have another ABAP catalogs, compilers are available, pre versions keys available. We have a check, authentication checks are is not required. Okay, even you can see the labels also, a CDS view extractions are there. Now you can see define here. Basically this is your view. Okay, is generated. Okay, now you can put it here, name here, data source name you have to give it here, VBAP. Okay, I have given here the name of table is VBAP, and now you can see press enter. Okay, now okay, what you need to do, space. Okay, you have to control and a space.
Okay,
so let's, yeah, you will see either there is two way you can insert a column name here or field name. Okay, either you can go each and every
insert all.
Yes, correct, insert all. Yes, right. So I have to click insert all. So you will see, if you give here, see all will come here. So I'm not okay, so I'm not required all. Okay, just I'm going to delete all. Okay, because I'm not required. Okay, this so much fields in the single CDS view. Okay, so as per your requirement you can customize it. So let's, I'm deleting this. Okay, and if you some AEDAT kind of one fields are there, you can define as a change date. Okay, so like this. Okay, I have given here,
not full stop.
Okay, right, yeah, yes, yeah. So here you can see, even there is some AEDAT, some.
Is that field available?
Yeah, no, that is not available. A date. Okay, no issues. I can remove it, no problem. Okay, so this is we have. Okay, so you can see all this. You can just check it if it is any changes or
the
anything.
last comma is not necessary for the last. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So let's check it here. Yeah, now it is fine. Okay, so you can just check and activate it. So once you activate it, okay, so it is activated. Now you can drill here. So you can see your table has been generated. You can see the table, basically name of CDS view name. This is the CDS2 ABAP is the name of, okay, and this is the schema. Okay, so let SQL. Let's see. You can see the data. Okay, see if you want to check here or data on this, go here. There is a navigate. Two options are there. One second. Open with, see, data view. If you want to check the data view, you can check the data view here. Okay. Similarly, if you want to check into GUI, you can go here, GUI. Okay, and check here SC11.
Okay,
put it the name here, ZCDS2. Okay, and ABAP. Okay, VBAP. Okay. Yeah, you can see this is the CDS view name. Okay, and this is the definition, basically data definitions. Okay, so this is the data definitions, and this is a view name. Okay, so here you can see by we have created the view based on ABAP. Okay, you can see the view fields, whatever the fields we have taken here, all the fields automatically generated. Okay, even you can see data, even here you can see the data. See, whatever 7 records are there. So you can see these are the records. So we have generated. So now what we'll do, your CDS view has been generated. Okay, so now this data I am going to pull into PW4 system. Okay, from S4 system. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, so for this, what you need to do, once you created this one, then one more we have. Okay, I'll tell you. So it will not pull into BW system. Why? Because we need some more, okay, annotations are required. So
Okay, okay.
I'll tell you what are the annotations required. So,
Yes, yes.
so let me give it 2 minutes. Okay, I'll tell you. Yeah, so we will have a one, we need to add these two
Okay.
annotations here, then it will move into the, so let's see, come into here,
Okay.
and here you have to add more. I'll tell you why. Yes, you can see. Yeah, I have added
Okay.
two more annotations here. See why it is required. See, I'll tell you. So this is basically a fact. I mean, see, before I'm going to define, you have to define the annotations before you have to extract it. So ABAP,
Okay.
so basically the system data source will not understand what kind of data source you are extracting, okay, either master or transactions. So basically this is a fact basically used for dimensions or transactional data. Okay, this
Okay. Okay.
fact basically used for transactional data. Okay, and data source basically enable. Okay, sometimes if you not
Yes.
give this one, so data source will not enable. Okay, so that's why we are using this these two statement. One is for data source, transactional data source enable, and second is your data source enable. Okay,
Okay.
now you can check it first. Yeah, there is no any syntax error. Now you have to activate it. Okay, now
Okay.
if you want to check again, you can check again the data. Let me check one more. This is a table basically. Let me check. Okay, or you can just here, you can come here and check the data basically. Okay, so I'm going to check here. Yeah, data view. Okay, you can check once. Yeah, whatever we have created, okay, it is came here. Okay, even if you want something, okay, if you want some changes or something, you can, if you, let's see, so you can do anything. Okay, you can define any key value, and also already we have defined here two key values. Okay, so this is already activated. Okay, now this is for S/4HANA. Okay, now what we need to do, go into BW system. Okay, so now what is it now, what we need to do, whatever the CDS view we have generated. Okay, this is the CDS views we have created, Z CDS 2 underscore VBAP. So now this views basically whatever the data, okay, in this table, okay, and CDS view, I would like to extract this data into BW4 HANA as a data source. So same thing you have to follow as a generic extractor. You have to go to the BW4 source system, create a data source, then we have to create a particular ADSO, then create transformation, then DTP, then you have to load, then you have to create a composite provider, then you have to create a query on top of composite provider. So the functionality almost same, okay, as your standard data source or your custom data sources. So let me go into your BW4 HANA systems. So this is, we have a BW4 HANA system. Select data source, and here you have to choose basically CDS view RFC connections. So I guess there is no RFC for CDS view here. So I guess here is, there is no any CDS connections available. So let me check. So here is not okay. We have to check with the basis team. Okay, why it is not RFC for CDS view. So in the real time, you will have here CDS views, basically RFCs. Okay, when we have a RFC for S4 HANA, we have a flat file, we have a bots, we have a ECC system, but there is a no any CDS view connections are available. Okay, so I'm giving a steps how we can go to create a data source based on CDS views. Okay, in the real time, okay, you will have a source system here. Okay, similar to S4 HANA. So how you need to do the steps next? Let's assume here this is the CDS view a source system, RFC connection. Right click in this, okay, you will see new options. Okay, data source. Click on data source. Now, here you have to source system. Okay, in the real time, you will see here a CDS source system, but this is not a CDS, this is a S4 source system. Okay, S4 means that is a RFC source system. So there is no CDS view source system. Okay, now click here. Now proposal here. Click here. Now here you have to find your CDS to VBAP to VBAP. See, it is not available. Why? It is not available because this is not a RFC connections for with CDS views. Okay, so that's why it is not coming. But in the real time, you will see. Okay, you will see if the RFC available, you can have a CDS view here, and you can click next, and correspondence data source has been generated. Okay, so once data source has been generated, okay, then what you need to do, you have to create a ADSOs, okay, top of your data source. Then you have to create a transformation between data source and ADSOs, and you need to load the data using DTP from CDS view to your ADSOs. Okay, and then you can create a composite provider top of ADSO and generate a query on this. Okay, so this is how basically we are creating a CDS views. Okay, okay, and extract the data. Okay, so here I'm not going to show you because here there is a no RFC connection exists in the system. I will tell you the basic people, okay, and ask to create here CDS view RFC connection, then you can extract the data. So meanwhile, this is the similar steps. Okay, you have, okay, once you created a CDS, okay, tables and all, okay, then you have to create a data source similar to the previous generic or standard, okay, and you have to load the data using DTP from CDS view table to your ADSO, okay, using a DTP system. So this is how we can use to load the data, and this is how we can use to extract the data via CDS